Hello, and welcome back to another episode of White Album 2. We are playing through the closing chapter, and we left off on a pretty interesting part, where Tomo has just run into Kazusa. Let's see how this goes.
やっぱり留守か。どうしようかな。あ、やば。もう待ち合わせの時間。何か？
お前、誰だ？
そちらこそ誰です？
Yeah, exactly. It wasn't even suspicious until you brought it up.
私はあいつのその部屋の住人の隣人だ。
そうなんですか。それはどうも。
それでお前は誰だ？
Of course, she wants to know who she is, though.
あなたの隣人の知り合いですけど。
それだけ？
それが何か？
いや、全然興味ないんだけど、何しろ私最近越してきたばかりだし。
そうなんですか。
ああ。それで隣に何の用で？
It's so weird. Who says things like that? She is acting so ridiculously suspicious.
興味ないんじゃ？
ないよ、全然。
実は渡すものがあったんだけど、出かけちゃってるみたいで。
ああ、もうすぐ帰るかもしれないけど。
どうしようかな。郵便受けだと見逃す可能性もあるしな。
何か伝言があるならことづけるけど。
それじゃあお願いできますか？お隣が帰ってきたらこれを渡してほしいんですけど。
Why is Tomo so trusting? This is such an odd situation.
手紙？
チケットです。明日のライブの。
ライブ？
私の友達。お隣さんの彼女が歌うんですよ。けれど彼女、彼にチケット渡してなくて。
Oh, Setsuna.
そういうわけなんで、ついでに絶対来いって伝言も頼めます？
ああ。うん。わかった。伝えるよ。
ありがとうございます。それじゃあお願いしますね。
ああ。お隣さんの彼女。
Yep. I know he doesn't act like it, but he has a girlfriend.
まさか。そんなバカな。もしかして彼女。
Come on, Tomo.
私の方がちょっとだけ上よね。
She was so close.
なんだよこれ。なんて読むんだ？
一応ドイツ語表記のつもりなんだが、ダメか。
お前、普段の字は機械みたいに正確なのに、崩し文字になると途端に怪しくなるな。
ならお前書いてくれよ。サンプルだけでもいいからさ。
嫌なこった。自分の蒔いた種は自分で刈り取れ。私は生温かく見守っててやる。
それは責任取るけど、その代わりお前、せめて日本にいる間は頼まれても絶対にその場でサインするなよ。
元からお断りだから安心しろ。ほら春樹、こっち向け。
うるさい。俺は忙しいんだ。
I'm too busy writing Kazusa's autographs for her. Are you serious? Somebody needs to tell. Like, Stop babying her. You don't need to do that. Just honestly tell her, write your name. It's so simple, but if you do everything for her, she's never gonna learn on her own. Friday. My progress report to Hamada-san ended in less than 30 minutes. After that, while compiling the work sent to me as miscellaneous work, for some reason there was a mountain of colored paper in front of me. It seems that news of my exclusive coverage of Toma Kazusa has spread throughout the entire company. I thought that it was weird since there are plenty of people who have connections with celebrities through our job, but a certain freelance writer with connections to the celebrity world solved that mystery. It seems that their response is not only determined on the basis of someone being famous, but also the level of scarcity. In other words, the autographs I'm signing right now will probably end up in some internet auction.
なあ、ハルキ。
嫌だ。そっち向かない。笑わない。お前もやってくれないからおあいこだよな。
Don't you think that's gonna cause problems in the future? If she won't write her own autograph and then suddenly she's forced to and it looks completely different?
そういう話じゃなくてさ。
じゃあなんだよ。デザートの追加はなしだぞ。俺の飯を食うからには栄養バランスを。
刹那のこと。
Oh, the music cut off. That's not good.
刹那と春樹のこと。この5年間のお前たちのこと聞かせてほしいんだ。
なんでそんなこと。
なんとなく。
Little by little, Kazusa crosses over the line.
ってのは無責任だよな。いつかは聞いておかなくちゃって思ったから。
The topic left alone ever since she came to Japan. No, ever since she entered this apartment. By both Kazusa and me.
私、刹那にひどいことしたから。
してないよ別に。
でも刹那は。
刹那にひどいことしたのは俺。全部俺のせい。
I have no idea why Kazusa brought this up all of a sudden. There was no sign of it until this morning. These past few days, we've repeated a lifestyle of Kazusa one-sidedly verbally abusing me and me one-sidedly lecturing her, with both of us completely ignoring the other.
それだってもうすべて解決してる。カズサが責任感じることなんか何もない。
That's why I'm getting cautious in response to Kazusa's sudden change in demeanor.
つまりお前たちの思い出に私は関係ないってか。私に聞かせたら価値が下がるってか。
Okay, that's going a little bit too extreme.
そんなこと言ってないだろ。
But Kazusa doesn't allow me to run away. Far sharper than during our reunion in France, she aims to pierce my, and her own, heart.
だったらのろけてみせろよ。私にやってられるかって言わせてみろよ。大丈夫だよ。私何も感じやしない。いや違うな。聞けば聞くほど懐かしくて、そして嬉しい気持ちになるから。
That's not true. Don't do that to yourself. From a sense of responsibility to mere reminiscence. At some point, Kazusa's reasons for wanting to hear about Setsuna had changed. Because of those obvious changes, I understand that all her reasons were lies to begin with, and which reason is the true one. That no matter how much I negate it, Kazusa will never be free from her guilt. That no matter how much Kazusa accepts us, She'll never be able to hear about Setsuna and me with only happiness in her heart. She couldn't, right?
それじゃあ始めようか。本日は海王社のホープ北原春樹さんにいろいろお伺いしようと思います。よろしくお願いします。
It's kind of cute how she's saying it. I wish it wasn't in this kind of situation, though. After these past days of aggressive interviewing from me, Kazusa has completely memorized my methods of interviewing. Turning off the recorder whenever she says something inappropriate, removing image data that reflects badly on her, and taking countless pictures of the food I made.
それではまず最初に北原さんの5年間のことを。その間、あなたをそばで支えてくれた彼女のこと。
Oh man.
Kazusa.
And now, in order to not let any of my true feelings slip by, and to record and to expose all my lies, she presses the record button. Yikes. No, you don't want that. You don't want a recording of someone breaking your heart. Maybe she does, though.
そんな感じで今に至ると。3年もかかったよ。3年も。刹那を傷つけ続けた。
Just as Kazusa memorized the methods of the interviewer, I also managed to memorize the methods of the interviewee.
お互いもう一度向き合えるようになるまで、あの時のこと一緒に乗り越えようって誓い合うまで。
As the interviewer urges me on, I pour my heart out, but still choosing my words, differentiating the self that I want to show her and the self I want to keep hidden. Because it wouldn't be Haruki if he was just upfront and honest with somebody.
刹那がもう一度歌えるようになるまで。
I mean, he's being honest, but he's being guarded, and that's where I worry, because it's a very, very blurred line for Haruki. Looking at the empty space instead of her, so she wouldn't be able to catch on to my true feelings.
そんな風にもがいてた3年間はすごく長く感じた。
A speech that is half true and half nonsensical even to myself. A story that could perhaps be labeled as non-fiction.
俺は必死で無味乾燥な毎日を過ごそうとしてたし、刹那は重いものをずっと引きずったまま不自然に明るく振る舞ってたって後で聞いた。
Why am I telling her all this? Why does Kazusa want to hear any of this? In the past, she'd get mad at me for talking about Setsuna.
だからこそ、その後の呪縛から解放された2年間は、それこそあっという間だった。
That's right. I remember talking about Setsuna with this much passion sometime in the past, too.
1年目はお互いの卒業とか就職とか、友達のこととか、家族のこととか、刹那の歌のこととか。
Setsuna joined the light music club, and we knew that the pianist in Music Room 2 was Kazusa. In order to get the third member to join, I sang the praises of the second member.
2年目はお互いの仕事とか、環境の変化とか、学生の時と比べて会える時間が減ったりとか、まあ、それなりにいろいろあった。
I spoke about Setsuna, whom I had known for a week, to Kazusa, whom I had known for half a year with an incredible passion. Apparently. Oh, you really did. The proof of that is in the fact that Kazusa quickly got angry and threw me out of the music room, along with my chair, as I was still talking. Because back then, well, and still today, you just don't know how to watch your words.
いろいろあったはずなんだけど、2人なら何でも乗り越えられる気がしたし、実際乗り越えてきた。
back then, I had no hesitation when speaking of Setsuna's attractive qualities, and I had no trouble acknowledging Kazusa's strong points. I was reckless. I was giving both Kazusa and Setsuna special treatment. I simply loved both of them. It wasn't an affection where I had to choose one or the other.
だから俺と刹那はもう
That's where the whole thing started, really, though. Just not choosing one or the other. He's like, I didn't have to. It was fine. But it was not fine. But now?
俺たちの気持ちが揺らぐことはもう
Well, that's a strong statement, considering the situation that you're in. We two cannot be allowed to like each other. We are far too grown up for me to innocently proclaim that I like both. I take a glance at Kazusa's face for the first time in a while and notice she isn't looking at me anymore at all. Just like me, she stares at the empty space with an expression that won't let her true feelings be exposed. She isn't angry over my lengthy speech. Neither did she show any interest, despite hearing exactly what she wanted to hear. She remains so utterly silent and shows so little interest that I almost want to ask her, then why did you ask?
Kazusa.
And she gives a vague nod to my call.
よく話してくれたな。ほら、これやるよ。
Oh, Kazusa, this is so hard for her. She's so mature in this moment, though. She really is. She puts a single envelope on the table.
なんだよこれ。
お隣さんに渡してくれって。さっき知らない女の子から預かった。
Out of the envelope came a single ticket.
定期ライブだってさ。お隣さんの彼女が歌うんだってさ。
そっか。
ついでに絶対来いって伝言も頼まれた。
It must have been Yanagihara Tomo. I love that Haruki knows right off the bat. Like, he knows his girlfriend's friends well enough, which I think is really sweet. Setsuna's self-proclaimed promoter, the underclassman who has become even more meddlesome than before. It must be Io's influence. Thanks to her, everyone around me is like that.
全部喋ってくれたご褒美だ。って、もともとお前のものだけどな。
I see. She's going to sing. Setsuna is going to sing again. She has been on a hiatus ever since she got employed, but ever since that Valentine's Day concert, she's been on stage countless times. Finding spare time between her job hunting and her graduation thesis, she held positions in numerous bands, always finding an opportunity to sing. The concerts she appeared in always sold out. Hearing of her reputation, some pretty major bands sent requests to either recruit her or hire her as backup. But Setsuna never desired any further fame than that. She only sang when she could, with friends who shared the same interest. It seems that she actually wanted to appear on stage with me. She would quarrel with me sometimes when I refused. Oh, Setsuna, she just wants to be with Haruki. She doesn't care about fame. She doesn't care about fortune. She literally just wants to be with Haruki.
明日の6時からだって。行ってこいよ。
No explanation is necessary as to why she's doing this now.
花束でも抱えて、刹那の歌を聴いてこい。ついでに抱きしめてこいよ。
Because Setsuna always sang, even in the face of hardship. No, Setsuna always sang because of hardship. Because ever since that day, she's put her feelings into her songs and overcome everything.
どうした？
The thing that's causing Setsuna hardship right now, and the thing I'm doing right now that might cause her even more hardship is... Whew. Alright, we're gonna save it. I'm not going? I can't go. You know, this is like one of those choices in games when every answer is no, but it's just different ways of saying no. So we're just gonna say... I can't go.
なんでだよ。セツナが歌うんだぞ。お前、昔からあいつの歌大好きだったじゃないか。
過去形じゃないぞ。今でも大好きだ。
The answer to her question was so obvious that I almost got a bit moody in my answer. Well, I can imagine you're pretty emotionally tense after making such a dumb decision. Because it's obvious that I love all of the music played by those close to me.
だったら行けよ。どうして妙な意地を張るんだよ。
今は大事な仕事中だ。しばらくは自分のことを後回しだよ。
What a crock of... Are you kidding me? I mean, granted, I'm the one making the decisions for Haruki at this point, but still. You can't take one evening off? No, that's not true at all.
それって、私のせいでいけないって意味か。
Also not true.
なんてな。実は今、冷戦中なんだ。セツナから連絡が来るまで会わないって約束なんだよ。
どういうことだ？
I avoided Kazusa's question in order to negate her guilt. In exchange, I exposed the circumstances between Setsuna and me. Even when I tried to hide it, this is the destination I've arrived at due to my poor conversational abilities and my unstable feelings. Unstable is one way to look at it. A topic that has no place in our 5-year-long history. Something that happened only recently. To be precise, it's something that started on Christmas Eve. An accumulation of a small dispute I had with Setsuna. It wasn't a small dispute. Your girlfriend flew from a different country to see you on Christmas Eve, and you spent it with a different girl. That's not a small dispute. Because I didn't tell her about Kazusa until we were back home. I ended up breaking our 1-week rule. Now we haven't met for 10 whole days. I haven't even heard her voice. 10 days? Wow, it feels like longer than that.
やっぱり私のせいじゃないか。
No, it wasn't.
全然違うだろう。俺が勝手に話さなかっただけだ。
See, there's a big difference between something happening because of you and something happening that you did. Like, yeah, if Kazusa randomly didn't exist, this wouldn't have happened, but that doesn't make it her fault. Haruki chose to go to her in the hotel room. He chose to lie to Setsuna. He's literally digging his own grave.
だってあの時、私がお前を追わなければ。
会う前から取材は決まってたんだ。それは関係ないよ。
けど、せめてセツナとミサに行けたのに、そこまでこじれることなかったのに。
嬉しかった。再会できて。
Oh man. Normally, that would have been nothing but a lie to ease Kazusa's guilt. It shouldn't have reflected my true feelings.
だから、カズさんのせいじゃない。俺が悪いんだ。いつまで経っても、セツナを安心させてやれない俺が。
だったらなんでこんな仕事を受けるんだよ。お前、バカなのか？
He is indeed an idiot.
うるさいな。
She probably knows that people become unreasonably angry when hit with the truth.
私のそばにいて、私のわがまま叶え続けて。そんなの、余計刹那を傷つけるだけだろ。
Yet, I still couldn't leave you be. I couldn't stand seeing you suffer. I wanted to help you.
大丈夫。さっき言っただろ。俺たちの気持ちが揺らぐことはもうないって。
How can you sit here and say that with a straight face? Literally, how can you say that? But of course I can't tell her that. If I tell Kazusa that, she will suffer, and I can't bear to see Kazusa suffer. Kazusa turns off the recorder. In other words, the interview is over. All that's left is for her to gather up the equipment and bid the interviewee farewell. It's already past midnight. It has long surpassed the hour where it's appropriate for someone to be in the apartment of a woman living by herself.
刹那、綺麗になってるんだろうな。当時からお前にはもったいなかったけど。
You're both too good for him, honestly.
それは保証する。
そこまでのろけるか。
事実だよ。会ってみればわかる。
I do think I'm being a bit excessive in my praise of Setsuna, but even then, those around me used to keep telling me I undervalued Setsuna more than anyone else. They told me that if I did value her as much as she's due, I'd be crushed under the degree of my own inferiority.
なあ、春樹。なら、お願いがあるんだけどさ。
Ho, 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 ho. She's so cute. Oh my god. Just wearing a short sleeve shirt is so casual compared to everything we've ever seen Setsuna in. This is so adorable.
ご無沙汰してます。1年ぶりだけど、みんな覚えててくれたかな？すっごい。ねえねえリーダー、私もまだ捨てたものじゃないんじゃない？
Oh,
それじゃあなんかもう少しチューニングに時間かかるらしいから、ちょっとだけ私のおしゃべりに付き合ってください。
oh my god. Oh, I don't even know what to say. Why are you here? I know why she's here, but god.
今日こうして1年ぶりに帰ってきましたけど、実はその間私の方もいろいろありまして、少しだけ具体的に言うと、去年の4月になんとか社会人になれました。ありがとうございます。というわけで、しばらくは仕事に慣れるためにそっちの方に集中してたので、ずっと歌えなくてストレス溜まっちゃってました。でもさすがに2年目にもなったら少しは余裕がなんて、かえって忙しくなりそうな気配がありありですけど、それでも精神的な余裕はできそうなので、今後はまた少しずつみんなの前で歌っていきたいって、そんな風に思ってます。というわけで控えめながら復活宣言ということで、これからもよろしくお願いします。そろそろ準備できたみたいですね。それじゃあ1曲目、ルーツ聴いてください。
Oh, Setsuna, she's such a bubbly ray of sunshine. Before we actually get into the concert, though, fully, we're going to stop there for today. So, thanks so much for being here with me on this chapter of CODA, and I'll be back with more content shortly. Until then, hope you take care. See you!